Hola amigos de Click MMA, yo soy Polo Collado y el día de hoy me encuentro muy contento de tener aquí un invitado especial, un invitado muy especial, la verdad. Strader, quien va a debutar en UFC este próximo sábado en la cartelera pues de UFC Vegas 22, Brunson contra Holland, y pues es un gusto tener a Giz. Giz, how are you, bro?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
Very good. Okay, and Giz, we are doing well here. And first of all, I would like you to tell us about your beginnings in the sports. How did you start in mixed martial arts?
Man, I started training. I started doing wrestling in high school, and then just that. Once I started wrestling, I started doing everything else: jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, boxing, and then started MMA. And that's where it happened. It started from high school.
Okay, man. One question: where are you training in this time?
My gyms are SoCal Five Factory and then Peterson Grapplers. And I also one of my coaches is Sugarfoot Kickboxing too. So I got three top of the line gyms and coaches.
Okay, man. I would like to talk about your next fight this coming Saturday at UFC Vegas 22, Brunson versus Holland, where you will be making your debut in the company, and how do you feel about it?
Man, I feel good, man. I'm excited for this. I've been waiting for an opportunity. I've been ready for an opportunity. So I'm really excited to seize the moment and capitalize.
Okay, man. Okay, and you have very important fights where you showed your incredible level as fighter, like in Combate Américas against Isaiah Gonzalez, where you gave an incredible knockout. Against Jose Aguayo, where you gave on one of the best fights ever seen in the Combate Americas, and against to Marcelo Rojo, who already made his debut, and many more fights. Because I want to ask you, how are you coming to this new fight, man?
Oh, man, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like this is the next step. This is a good next step. I feel like it's right in my reach, and like I said, I'm ready. I'm ready for it.
Okay, and your opponent Montel Jackson is very tough fighter who has 5 fights in the company and comes from a loss in his last fight. What do you think of him, and how do you see him for this fight?
I think he's good. I think for sure he's good. I think there's no easy fight in the UFC. I don't think that exists. But as for how tall he is, my last opponent was 5'10", and the opponent I fought before that was 6'2", and he was a 6'2" southpaw. So I've dealt with it before, and I'm confident in the fight. At the end of the day, it's all a fight, and it's gonna be fun.
So good, bro. How is the training camp part of your training camp, sparring, and more?
Yeah, training camp's been good, man. I haven't necessarily had like a camp, but I've been training 2 or 3 times a day, probably for, man, as long as I can remember. I've been training 2 or 3 times a day, just getting ready for fights. Fights have fallen out, and I still trained. Another fight fell out, and I still started training. So it's like I've been doing a few camps, just getting better and adding more tools and more weapons to my game, and just getting everything that I have now even better. So I feel good, man. I feel really good. My weight is good. My skills are good. My cardio is good. I feel good.
Excellent, everything you tell us, and I wanted to ask you, what can we expect from Jess Strader in his UFC debut, and what version of you will see?
Well, I only got one version, man, and that's hard. I fight hard, man. I go for the kill, and um and I think what you're gonna see is an exciting, explosive fighter who is also intelligent and who's thinking in there.
Okay, man, you're always throw those powerful hooks, and the body and them to the face, where you usually have the chance to knock knock out your opponent. Will we see that this Saturday, man?
If it's there, if it's open, you'll see it. If not, I've added a lot of tools to my game, so we'll see. I always look for what's open.
The pronostic for this fight, man, a knockout, man.
Well, I'll tell you what. If it lands, they go down. If it lands, they go down.
Okay, man. And what can you say to tell all those people who are watching your hair on Click MMA?
I just want to say, hey, I just want to say thank you to anybody who's going to support me and watch me. Like, seriously, from the bottom of my heart, it means a lot to me. It means a lot to be able to show everybody my hard work that I put into the gym, the time, the sacrifice, the two-a-days, the missing holidays, everything like that. So I just really appreciate everybody who's going to watch. I really do.
Okay, just to finish, can you mention your social network so the fans can be aware of your career, please?
Yeah, so my Instagram is Jesse Strader at Jesse Strader 135. That's Jesse Strader 135, and then my Twitter is just Jesse Strader. On Facebook, Jesse Strader. TikTok, Jesse Strader. Yeah, I think that's all of them.
Okay, yes. Thank you very much for time and the minutes you talk to be here sharing about your career and your next fight. I wish you success in this new challenge that you debut and will be watching. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.